Hey, what's up YouTube? Coming back with another video on an unboxing for a very interesting custom knife from a new, to me, custom knife maker by the name of Jager Blades. Alright, so let's use the Kaiser Mini Sheepdog to open this up. So this is a new, to me, like I said, knife maker I found on Instagram. And he's doing some steals and all right, I know that was really shitty, but he's doing some steals in Magnacut, which I was interested in, and originally seems like he was pretty much doing steals in CPM 10V. So that's really what got me interested at first. So I put an order in, and then all of a sudden he put a post out saying that he's doing Magnacut now. So I was able to get some Magnacut, a Magnacut blade. So just double check there's nothing in there. Bunch of newspaper. All right. Sweet deal. Okay. So this is my first custom folder. Okay, so we got some pivot lube here. Is that some Gunny Glide? Looks like he taped it to make sure we don't get any leakage or anything. Sweet. Appreciate that. We got a card here. Okay, so the model is, as we can see, the Baron. This has a new Spidey hole, which he said he got licensed from Spyderco, I believe. You know, that's what he told me. So, steel Magnacut, hardness 63. Okay, handle tie, date made. Look at that. So, this is the logo in the back in the red. Jager blades. It could be. I don't think it's Jager. I think it's Jager. If I'm wrong, you know, then I'll have to correct that next time I pronounce that. But I think it's Jager, if I'm not mistaken. There's information. Check him out on Instagram. I believe his books are currently closed. He's trying to go full-time knife maker, which would be great. So here we go. We got a soft case there with some little soft liner, which is nice. And here we go. Get a little. Now this has the milled out titanium show side and lock side. Focused there. And I asked specifically for this finish. It's like a Sabenza-esque type rough, like a sparkle blast. So it has kind of like a very ever so slight sandy feel, which I like that personally. It's got a little weight to it. So center, yep. Looks well centered. Beautiful. Right off the bat, just feels beautiful. You got some standoffs here, 2 standoffs. Okay. Those are interesting. We're getting a lot of focus issues here. The clip, milled titanium clip. Okay, let's see what we got. Ooh. Let's get a little rag to wipe. How it looks like he was almost cutting something with it before he put it in there. Oh man, that is beautiful. Ooh, yeah, that's really sharp. Super sticky edge. And then the thinness behind the edge is beautiful. I think he said on his website or on his page that he shoots for about 15 thou behind the edge and goes even thinner if requested. Lockup looks great. Any blade play? No blade play. Solid. Disengage is nice. Ooh. Ooh, that's nice. You could tell it needs to be broken in. Perfect detent. Oh man. Sorry, I'm out of frame there. Another thing that I enjoy is that the detent, when you disengage, it makes it past that detent ball very fast. So like it already made it past the ball there. So I don't really care for knives that have a late detent where like, you know, you got to overcome the ball like way over here, and then you got to kind of push the lock bar over again. It's a pain in the ass. So now I hear a little bit of grit in the action, and this is due to probably the finish. A little bit of, just like a little, sounds like, yeah, it seems like this finish, because it has like almost like that sandy feel. I'll take it apart and kind of give it an extra wipe down just to make sure everything's all cleaned out. And this looks to have a new lock bar design as well that I noticed on his page. His other lock bars just came straight up and it just shot right over. So this new angled design that you see here is something he's been doing as of recent. I don't know. I kind of noticed that like a week ago on his page. So I don't know what the reasoning behind that is, but it looks great. I prefer this look. Okay. It's not super thin, but it's not very thick either. We got our lock bar stabilizer. I mean, this is just a beautiful piece. Let's see the ergos here. I'm just, little ramp here. Feels great in hand. Nice chamfered. No hot spot on the pocket clip here since it's nice and flat. You don't have anything like coming up, billing out this way. It just feels just great in hand. Man, this is beautiful. Let's see here. I'm not sure what the thickness is of this. I'm gonna have to. I'll make another video with some more details and specs on there. Maybe. Let me get a better wipe down of this blade fast. I use this stuff. This stuff works out really well for me. I use it for firearms, and it really works out great for blades too. So check that stuff out. Pretty inexpensive. And it works really good for getting grease off. And so let's wipe that blade quick. Get a nice wipe on there. Kind of clean that sucker off fast. Man, I got to tell you, I'm really pumped about this. His turnaround time for this particular piece was very fast. It was, I mean, 3 months, just over 3 months maybe. So if you're that lucky, then right on. But most people for customs, I mean, could wait years. So I'm just getting some of this, man, look at that. That is beautiful. Just all handmade, all handmade. From what I understand, he's purchasing new equipment. But this grind is obviously a hand-done grind. No machines being used as far as, you know, CNC milling or any of that. As far as I'm aware, this is all done old school style with a lathe and, you know, whatever other old school makers were using to produce these kinds of knives. This is just beautiful. Beautiful knife here. It's got a nice flat here. Okay, and then we got some belly, obviously, and it coming to a nice acute point. I mean, that is just, and you can still see there's quite a bit of thickness up at the tip here. If we can get a little focus in, come on, there we go. And I'm getting, this knife is so sharp that just wiping it with this rag left some little like cuts. I'm trying to be careful because I'm looking like over my phone and trying to look at the, you know, at the screen at the same time. So you got to bear with me a bit. And this thing is stupid sharp. But oh man, look at that pivot. You got the, let's see, we're locking up. What do you say about, geez, that's like 10%. Really early lockup. It's nice. Well chamfered. I mean, look at this thing. T8s, I believe. We'll double check that. Man, that is beautiful. Magnacut. I don't think there's any. I believe he told me he puts markings on the inside of the scales as far as like his whatever stamps he does on these. Oh yeah, you could see in there. You could see right in there. Let's see if we can get that back into focus. Come on, baby. Does it want to focus? Oh, come on. Anyway, yeah, I believe he did tell me that he puts his information in there. When I do a separate video on disassembling it, we'll take a peek inside and see. So there is no, let me double check here. No internal milling. Okay. Yeah, so no internal milling. You do have skiff bearings in here, is what I believe he said he puts in there. And then ceramic, you got the ceramic detent as well. But man, I'm super excited to have this in hand. This thing is just gorgeous. Let's see what the hardware is. I believe T8. But let's see here. Let's just double check that. Alright, I got this little Weehaw selector deal. If you don't have one of these, you need to get one. These things are pretty awesome. So let's go for the T8 real quick and see if that's what it is. What the hell? Did I screw these up? Looks like I mixed them up already like an idiot. Alright, T8. Let's see. Yep, T8. And then the pivot is going to look like, that looks like it's going to be a T10 for the pivot. But yeah, so I just wanted to do a quick unboxing. There's no videos as far as I know. I've looked on YouTube. This guy, I really hope he's going to, I mean, I see him blowing up in the near future. I really want you guys to check him out on Instagram. He's got amazing knives on there, other builds that he's done. And definitely, man, support another American-made knife maker, custom maker. He's out of Colorado, as far as I'm aware. And man, this is just a beautiful, beautiful piece. It feels so robust. It almost feels like a Sabenza, just because of the as far as like the texture and that just that thick titanium feel of a Sabenza, but that precision of that blade and the beauty of that grind is almost like, and I've heard someone else say this too on Instagram, but I'm gonna kind of quote that too, like Koenig-esque, if you will. That is just, oh man, that's beautiful detent. Spider hole, is that chamfered? Let me see. Okay, so it looks like the spider hole is not chamfered. Okay, so it's like a hard 90 on there, which doesn't bother me at all, but maybe for some future models may have a slight chamfer around the spider hole there. Doesn't bother me. It's not very sharp, but it does give you good traction for that reverse spidey flick. That's just, oh man, beautiful. Let's see if we could slow roll it. Ooh, that's definitely, ooh, that's, yeah, so it's gonna take a little working. I think I'm putting a little bit of pressure on that. It's not really a slow roller. Let's see. Nope, almost got to flick it out. That detent is pretty stiff. What I like, that detent is very flickable detent, as you can see, almost effortless for the flick. That's beautiful. Man, super thin behind the edge. No jimping, which is great. Doesn't need any jimping. Very easy access to that lock bar. Very easy access. I don't feel like I'm having to jam my finger in to try to, it's just right there, super easy. Disengages right away. I mean, I'm trying to see where that ball literally passes the tang of the blade like immediately. I've never seen a blade overcome that detent ball that fast. Like, that is freaking awesome. I love that, because it's a pet peeve of mine with certain blades like the SOCOM Elite, the Microtech SOCOM. That thing, you disengage the lock bar, you put the blade down, and then like right here it hits the ball, and then you gotta you gotta push that ball over the tang of the blade like very late, and that bothers me about that knife. It's a great knife, don't get me wrong, but that was just an example. Some knives have really late detent, as far as it overcoming that tang of the blade. But anyway, man, wow, I'm loving that. See if we can hear this once. That's beautiful. Now I've seen online these are like really drop shutty, so it's just I could feel, like I said, a little bit of it might be a little bit of debris, it feels like, in there that I'm gonna clean out. And this should be a super drop shutty. But man, that is so smooth. Oh man. Okay, I'm not gonna harp too much longer on this one and get the rambling too much more on this blade, but boy, is that beautiful. Beautiful. So once again, give him a follow on Instagram. He got his information right here. Check him out. And I really see a bright future for this maker. Absolutely, I really do. And with this type of geometry, this type of build and quality, and I must add, the price on this build for Magnacut and a hollow grind, thin behind the edge, full frame lock titanium custom knife is $500. Let that sink in for a minute. Seriously. $500. Anyway, I'm gonna let you guys just absorb the beauty of this knife, and then like I said, I will be doing another video on a disassembly and letting you guys check that out, so we could take a peek on the insides and look at the bearings and all that stuff, the markings, and then maybe 3-4 weeks down the road I'll do an updated review as far as like using it and how this Magnacut's been holding up for me. So till then, I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care.